How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all having a great night. So, weird little story. So, the other day, I was at the gym and I was doing some cardio on the treadmill. My body can't do much running anymore. And so, going outside and running or doing much running is a little out of the question. My body can't uh, do that anymore. So, I have to be creative and I have to get my cardio in other ways. Can I still jog? Absolutely, just not as far as I used to be able to. Knees, hips, gotta love it, right? Getting older. So, uh, I was at the gym. Excuse me. I was at the gym and I was on the treadmill and I was walking at about 4.2 miles an hour. You'd be surprised how few people can do that. And I was walking at level 15, or I was walking at the top of it, and I was still doing about like 3.9, 4 miles an hour. And I was just a hiking along, right? This is if you're on a trail, just a hiking along. And I could tell that I had eyes burrowing in the back of my head, right? You know how you get that the little spidey senses of the hairs in the back of your neck or whatever standing up on end because obviously either someone has their eyes on you or whatever. Well, I had a couple of women behind me, and when I go to the gym, I don't go to mess around, right? I've always been that way. I don't go to the gym with people. I don't. I don't. Because when I'm at the gym, it's my time to meditate. It's my time to um, keep my girly figure, right? Another thing that as you get older, it does change, if you will, especially if you quit smoking. Real world stuff, um, which I think I've done pretty good about it. But anyways, uh, I walked for an hour at right around 4 or just over 4 miles an hour. Because since I can't jog much, or since my body won't let me jog much, I will get my cardio in, right? It's been a big part of my life, and I won't stop it. And so a couple of days a week, I will get on a treadmill and I will walk as fast as I can. So at least I'm keeping my heart rate up as if I was still out running or if I was still on the track sprinting around like a crazy person. Let me tell you, I used to do quite the amount of running um, before my body started not cooperating anymore. I had just over, I think I was up to 2 hours and 19 minutes without stopping, getting on track and just laps. If I was on the streets running, I think I was at just about 12 miles, right? So pretty much half a triathlon. But anyways, so I got done with my hour on the treadmill, and I'm just drenching sweat, right? Like I'm just dropping it. You would have thought that I was in a sauna for 15 minutes, right? I was just a drenched. And I got up and I got off the treadmill and so forth, and I went and got a paper towel to wipe off my sweat and so forth because I was doing checking my heart rate and all that, right? As anybody would. And these two ladies walked up and they said, we were watching you walk and so forth, and you're walking faster than most people do when they run. And they were asking how I did that. And I said, because I used to be an avid runner, very avid. And I was full disclosure, right? They asked me an honest question. And I said, because my body won't let me uh, 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 run long distances anymore. And so I have to get my cardio in because it's been a big part of my life. And I'm not going to stop because I'm getting older and I know that my ticker needs it, right? And so we stood there and we talked for a little bit and so forth. And they're like, wow, that's quite a. We were watching you the whole time, and you didn't miss stride at all. Like you were walking 4 miles an hour the whole time. Maybe you went up a little bit or down a little bit. Maybe you went down in the elevation a little bit here and there, but you pretty much stayed. They're like like what's your secret? And I said, there's no secret. It's just come into the gym with in mind that I'm here to work out. I'm here to sweat. I'm here to enjoy myself. I'm here to do some meditation. I'm here to work on my body, trying to keep myself in shape. It gets harder as you get older. Right? Holy cow. But we talked, and like they were just absolutely surprised that a guy in his 40s could still walk that fast for that long without it causing hyperventilating, right? Because most people after walking for an hour at that speed, they would definitely either be hyperventilating or breathing very heavy, or just not doing well. But once again, getting creative. The fact that I get my cardio in and I'm not scared to do it. I guess that's the reason for this thing here tonight is working out, taking care of yourself. It's a continuous, non-stop thing. Not just food, not just diet, not just exercise, but just the mental mindset of how important it is to stay in shape, or as in shape as you possibly can. Granted, hey, nobody's perfect, right? I've talked to bodybuilders and they say, yeah, man, I have this thing going on or that thing going on, and I'm just trying to maintain, and I can't do what I used to do anymore, and whatever, right? So even the biggest, strongest people, right, when they get a certain age, things start declining, right? Hormones start fluctuating, things start changing. It just is what it is. I got talking in consequent to talking to these two ladies. I got talking to a bodybuilder, and this guy was stacked, right? He was big, and we talked for just a moment, and he was actually on the treadmill next to me. He was just hiking away, right? And we were kind of having a bantering thing because me and him, we were kind of going about the same speed and kind of going about the same elevation. He had me by about 6 inches in height, and yeah, I was kind of keeping in stride with him, and he's just like, wow, dude, like that's pretty awesome. So it has nothing to do with size or ability. It has everything to do with your mindset and why it is you're there to do what it is you're doing. But anyways, just wanted to share a little something with you guys tonight. I know it's been a little while since I've been on here. I hope you're all doing well. Until next time.